Hello, 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 Divas, Diamonds, and Dolls. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Femininity with Mama Gail. Let's have a conversation about what a man wants from a woman. The best way to find out what a man wants from a woman is to ask another man. So, what I did was, I have a plethora of masculine, strong men that I talk to, confide in, conversate, things of that nature. So I asked them the question: what makes you respect a woman? And most of these gentlemen gave the same answer in one way or another: a woman who has standards. If you don't have standards, things that you refuse to compromise, things that you stand by, this is your morals, your values, and you are not going to compromise them for anything or anybody, things that you will not do, you refuse to do, and you're not going to let him and nobody else talk you into. Standards. Men respect a woman who has standards. Feminine women, this is one of the things that you should have. Knowing your value, knowing your worth, and having standards. Absolutely not. Do you want to go to the club downtown and blah, blah, blah? There's no party going on, no celebration going on for somebody whose birthday or wedding, engagement or anything of that nature. There's no purpose for me to be down in this part of town with everybody else. And I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of woman because you asked me to go and I'm not comfortable going. Absolutely not. Now, if you need me to go as a date, if you need me to go because you're celebrating something, they have a part of the bar, a part of whatever it is, sectioned off just for this party, this type of people. Sure, I'll go with you. I'll go as your date. But you have to have standards. And standards is not just about going out on a date with somebody. I'm just saying in general. You know what standards are. Something you live by. Something you refuse to compromise is your standard. Men respect a woman who has standards. The second thing he respects is a woman who keeps her word. These brothers were telling me some stories and we were cracking up because I had to laugh because I know how we as feminine women can be. You pushed my button. You made me angry. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing anything. You got him all psyched up with text, sex, erotic phone call. You called him at the office and told him how you want to touch him, tease him when he comes home. And now he walks through the door and you have an attitude about something and he pissed you off and you found out something and now you don't want to keep your word. And I'm not just talking about sex, but I'm talking about in general all the way around the circle. If you tell him you're going to go somewhere, if you tell him you're going to do something, you give him your word and then you have an attitude and now you want to pull it back. I'm not going. I'm not going to do it. I don't care what it is. He'll respect you if you keep your word. Now, I'm not saying if it's something like, oh, you're putting him out tomorrow or you guys got into something that's unforgivable and now you have to keep your word. If you know you're still going to be with this man, if you know that the relationship is still going to prolong and things of that nature, and now you don't want to keep your word because you're heated at this moment, knowing that there is going to be a time when you forgive, why not go anyway? Why not do it anyway? Be a woman of your word. Men respect a woman who keeps her word. The next thing that men talk about. A woman, he respects a woman who knows what she wants. There is no question. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. And this fits in with standards. She's not going to compromise. She know what she wants. She know where she's going. You and nobody else are going to stand in your way of you getting what it is that you want. So in other words, he wants you to know your future, to know where you want to go, where you want to be, where you see yourself in 5-10 years. A lot of people think, oh, that's a shallow question nowadays because people really don't get there. But if you're a purpose-driven person, you're determined to get to where it is that you want to be, there is nothing and no one that can stop you from getting there. Not even this gentleman that you're interested in. And a man respects that. He loves that. If you tell him you want your PhD and you have your bachelor's right now, and this is your drive, your motivation for the next 3-4 years, this is what you're going after, 5-6 years, or however long it's going to take you to get it, and you have the drive and the passion, a man respects that. He respects that woman because you said you were set out to do something, and now to see you accomplish it, not just to make plans and sit on those plans and talk about woulda, shoulda, coulda, and all the things that came up and you had to stop because of this and stop because of that. He knows that you have drive, that you're unstoppable. You're going to move forward and go about what it is that you want, and you're going for it. A man respects, he loves and respects that. The next thing that a man loves and respects is a woman who's making moves. And what I mean by making moves, that could tie in to my last point. But what I mean by making moves, she's moving things in the direction where she wants to go. If her credit score is not where she wants it to be because she wants a house in 3, 5, 7, 10 years, she's making moves by working on her credit score. She's making moves by paying off debts and things of that nature. So you get the gist of what I'm saying when I say making moves. Making moves is not saying that I'm going to do this, but actually making the chess moves, the next move, what it's going to take to get me from here to there. A man respects a woman who he sees making moves, feminine or not. If you keep your word and you put into action what it is that you say you're going to do, and he see you already operating, moving in that thing, determined to get and to do, and you already got it activated in motion, a man will respect that. And not only will he respect it, the feelings that he had for you, or that you're looking forward to you and him growing together, he's going to know that if he's in a jam, you know how to make moves. Men may be problem solvers, but women are movers and shakers. And if he has you at his side, we talk about the power couple, you could definitely be a power couple. If he has great things that he's doing and wants to do, and if he's a machine, he needs somebody to run that machine. And don't get it twisted, because behind every great man is a great woman, a strong, creative woman, but most of all, a feminine woman. Because a feminine woman knows how to touch him and be soft when he needs her to, while she's making moves. The last thing a man respects is a woman that he can trust. If he can trust you, sweetie, that's a gold nugget in itself. Because one of the hardest things to gain, is a man's trust. If he trusts you, you cherish the fact that you have his heart in your hand. Because we speak the language of emotional love, touchy feely. I need to hear you say, I love you. I need you to show me that you love me. But for a man, that is not his number one goal. His goal is, if I trust you, I tell you my innermost secrets. This is how I show you that I love you, by trusting you with something that is so important to me. And I'll tell you this, sister, if you ever break his trust one time, he tells you something intimate, he tells you something, share something with you, and you break his trust, sweetie, you will never, ever get that trust again. It's a one-shot deal for a man. So yeah, a man respects a woman that he can trust. The rundown of the 5 things a man respects about a woman. The first one is a woman with standards. The second, a woman who keeps her word. The third, a woman who knows what she wants. The fourth, a woman making moves. And the fifth, a woman he can trust. Feminine women, you already have the advantage, being who you are. Respectful, soft, loving, kind, caring, passionate, nurturing. Things of that nature. You have these qualities about you that he loves. But if you want him to love and respect you and really invest in your relationship, pick up these 5 things along with your femininity. Speaking to the brothers, they'll make you laugh. It's funny how you have women telling women how to get a man. You have men telling men how to get a woman. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but every now and then you have to go to the brothers and ask them. These brothers shot me some nuggets that I'm quite sure I'm going to have other talks about. But we had a good time as I listened and laughed, because I know how we are. But I say all of that to say, divas, diamonds, and dolls, be a woman that a man respects. Have a blessed and prosperous day.